how the quarterback competition is affecting the quarterbacks. I don't think it's impacting Brock Purdy. I don't think it's taking away any reps from him. He's essentially playing as much as he would, as much as any first string quarterback would. And it's not really impacting Brandon Allen. Like Brandon Allen is getting way more reps than a typical third string quarterback normally would in camp for the 49ers. Usually a third string quarterback gets like a couple throws at the end of every period. Usually the first string quarterback and the second string quarterback get the same amount of reps, and the third string guy gets like the crumbs, the leftovers. This year, Brock Purdy's getting the normal amount of first string reps, and Brandon Allen is getting like triple amount of the irregular third string reps, and Sam Darnold and Trey Lance are splitting second team reps. And both of them have to wait sometimes 20 minutes between reps. And the way that the last two practices have shaked out, Purdy ends up with X amount of throws, and let's call it 10, while Darnold gets 5, Lance gets 5, and Allen gets 5, give or take. That's what's happening right now. So how is that impacting the quarterbacks? Like, it's just ridiculous for Darnold and Lance. It's great for Allen. I'm not sure what he did to get this opportunity, but essentially it's just like you can't evaluate Darnold or Lance yet, the way I see it. Lance has been he's 4 of his last 10 the last 2 days, which is awful. But it's also like you can't get in a rhythm that way. Darnold can't get in a rhythm that way. So I don't understand what this quarterback competition is really revealing at all. I don't think it's revealing anything. I think it's just frustrating the quarterbacks, bringing out the worst in them, making them press. So it seems like maybe it'd be a good plan to have a quarterback competition between two quarterbacks if you could give them all the reps and they were highly motivated, driven, confident vets. But if you have 4 quarterbacks and they're all struggling with confidence and experience, and you give them like just a few dropbacks a day, first of all, I don't know what you learned from that. I don't know how you're preparing them for the season. So what is this? What is going on? Like, why is Kyle Shanahan doing this? I guess is the question. Why is he structuring it the way he is? Remember, he's recently said that Sam Darnold could be the next Steve Young, and that Brandon Allen is so good he has to get more reps. He doesn't really say anything nice about Trey, really. I asked him, like, do you think Trey's better now that he went to Jeff Christensen? He's like, I don't know, he looks healthier. So when he talks about Trey, all he ever says is like, yeah, he works hard, good guy. But when he talks about Sam Darnold, he's the next Steve Young. And when he talks about Brandon Allen, he's someone he has to get more reps for. So, and then when they have this competition, I can't help but notice that Darnold plays with the second string offense, but he gets a lot of starters with him. He gets to play with Debo, Ayuk, Jawan, Mitchell. When Lance is with the second string guys, no starters out there with him. It's Tay Martin, Braden Willis, Jordan Mason. So it almost feels like I almost feel like the Niners want to trade Trey right now. That's what my best guess. Why are they doing this the way they're doing it? Is because they're talking up every quarterback on the team other than him. They're preparing for life without Trey. That's the way I see it. Purdy's a starter. Sam's the backup. Allen's number 3. And until they trade Trey, they'll find some throws for him. They'll call him second string. They won't demote him. They won't hurt his trade value further than they already have. But I don't think they want him anymore. I don't think he wants to be here. I don't think they want him anymore. I think they're just waiting for an offer. I think that's the thing. It's like, I don't know what team would want him. We're already into training camp. You can't teach the guy your offense in a month. He's not particularly experienced or, successful. So I don't know if that offer is going to come. But right now, doesn't seem like the Niners are seriously preparing Trey Lance to play this year. Doesn't seem like they're preparing anyone seriously other than Brock Purdy, who's not ready yet. So I feel like this quarterback competition doesn't make a whole lot of sense yet. Maybe it will in the future. C. Turley says, you've been speaking this point, and I thank you for it. How many reps did Trey have with CMC? 21 reps would have been better than B. Allen. None. Darnold gets reps with Ayuk, Debo, Jawan. Lance doesn't. Why? Is that because Lance is going to get traded? You don't want to waste those reps on someone who's not going to be here in the future? What has changed from day one to now for Trey? 90%. His confidence. I'm going to talk about Trey's confidence at length in a minute. His demeanor. C. Turley says, why can't JL and KS agree on quarterbacks? Is it because JL found Jimmy Garoppolo, Kyle wanted Trey Lance? Who really has the say here? Bad quarterback competition. I think they both have a say, and they're going back and forth. I think Darnold is a Kyle Shanahan guy. I just don't understand how Kyle pivoted away from Trey Lance that quickly, and people let him. Suki Pazuki says, how did Alex Smith and Cap split reps during practice? They didn't. Alex Smith took the first string reps, Caps took the second string reps, and Scott Tolzien took what was left over. But that was actually back when training camp practices were almost 3 hours. I remember Harbaugh's practices were 2 3/4 hours. Kyle's are an hour and a half. Times have changed. Wave 9 says, is the real reason you aren't asking the greedy questions with Kyle Shanahan because you feel like your creds will get taken away? Just a question. Who says I don't ask the greedy questions with Kyle Shanahan? He didn't talk today or yesterday. Wave 9. And no, I'm not. They can't take my credentials away from asking a greedy question. What are you talking about? Niners Daddy says 3 firsts for a quarterback to compete for backup is 40 chess. And people still call him a genius. Heavyweight Hank says, is Brock a lock for QB? Seems like Trey will never get a shot. I'm getting fed up with Lynch and Shandy. No more excuses from them. I don't know. It's not like Brock's playing well. He was 2 for 9 yesterday, 6 for 11 today. It's not good. So I don't think he's a lock, but it does seem like Trey's never going to get a shot. And I don't understand that. Dave Barclay says, Grant, how much I miss? 7 minutes. Thank you for doing all you do. Fire Kyle. He will never be able to let anyone else be in the spotlight. It's crap. Give the guys credit. Kyle instead is saying it's my scheme. Have you guys watched Succession? You know that episode with the scene where it's like Boar on the floor, I think, and like Roy, whatever, Logan Roy, what was he like, throw like a sausage on the ground, and he makes Tom and Greg and someone else like fight over it and oink like they're piggies and they have to do it. That's what this quarterback competition feels like. Boar on the floor. Just really, really dehumanizing and humiliating. I think 2 people understood the reference I'm talking about. Matt Hudson says, did Kyle and John make a mistake drafting Trey over Fields? Would BP still be getting first team reps if Fields was in the same position as Trey, i.e. hurt, second game, only seen the field 4 games, etc.? It's starting to look like Fields would be better off here than Lance. One question I have about Lance is how he handles scrutiny. He didn't get any at North Dakota State. Does he not? Because you get a ton here on the 49ers. It's like being on the Giants or the Cowboys or the Packers. Like, can you handle it? I don't think he likes it. I don't know. Dave Barclay says Trey seemed irritated at interview. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. That was not a good look. Sammy, it's crazy to think my high school football practices are longer than Niner ones. Yeah, it is crazy to think. They're real quick. God Bless America says, is Trey depressed? Can you ask Kyle why Trey doesn't get reps with CMC? Yeah, I'm sure Kyle give me a straight answer on that one. Trey is in therapy, so maybe he was. I don't know. C. Turley says, JKJL claim that they're building an elite quarterback room, but it takes one elite quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, beating us in the Super Bowl. Let's see what Trey has with CMC. Yeah, well, that's never going to happen.